Hello, everyone, to my second podcast. My name is Hyro, and I'm slow, but it's okay. I'm getting there. I don't really have a topic to talk about today, but I wanted to have a little bit of a lighter tone because I tend to rush things. I tend to think about things and not do them at the right time. But I'm kind of trying to get over that fear and that self sabotage to some degree, but also that thing that sets us free and puts us in control, but also allows other people to teach us and teach us not just how to be, but like how to be present in the right moment. So, I don't know. I don't want to sound too hypocritical here. I don't want to sound too self. What do you call it? So full of yourself. I mean, I'll be that if I have to be, but if I don't have to be, then maybe it's better if I don't be that way. But maybe if I do be that way, then it's better. Like the end result should be better. But I don't know in terms of like levels and how people graduate themselves beyond certain situations. It's kind of beyond me. It's not something that I'm very comfortable doing because I see myself as a very embodied person, and it's hard for me to get out of my own perception, and it just makes situations harder if I don't just like focus on, okay, where is it that I want to end up? Where is it that I want to avoid? And where is it that I ultimately want to be? That feels better for me. But I know that that's also because of my own insecurities and lack of education, and I don't know, like whatever you want to call it. You could call it a lot of things, I promise. But for me, I feel like there's a certainness always in every moment that you can always go to it, even if you're out of sync with who you always feel that you are. But ultimately, it's really, if you want to play the longer game, like the longer term um, plans, that does make more sense to pay more attention to like all of the little transactions that you're doing, and maybe make sure that everything is going the way that you want it, that you intended. But I personally can't manage something that large, something that I'm almost laughing, but it's horrible because it hurts my career. It hurts my personal development and my relationships with people, because who am I keeping track of? that's honestly like when I get down to it and I really judge myself for the ways that I'm being and the ways that uh, the things that I'm not doing that I should be doing, that's always there. That self doubt, that over exaggeration of who you are, that oh my god, I don't even know what's the next thing that I should do. But I mean, you can always go back to what you know. You can always go back to people you trust, but where is the truth gonna find you, and where are you gonna find the truth and be able to accentuate that truth, like live that truth out and do it constantly all the time, so that whenever somebody sees you, they're like, oh my god, you definitely do embody that thing that I value, and I want to be more like you. But at the same time, like, I know how much of a bad person that I am and that I could be. And I look at the world and I'm like, man, oh, that's a lot. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to be punished for not being enough, but I don't want to be punished for being too much of the wrong thing. I want to be. I want to exist. I want to have my own space. I want to have people around me, things, situations that I feel right in. And I don't want to feel like I missed the ferry, like I missed the bus. I want to feel like I've been on time. Like I didn't miss out on any opportunity that might have been, that I took up all the offers that were available. But right now, if I'm being honest, it feels like I'm on the complete opposite side of that. And you might be looking at, my eyes or listening to my slur, but ultimately, I'm a stressed adult. It's 2025. COVID was 5 years ago. The world still hasn't recovered. It's almost heartbreaking how some people have secluded themselves from everyone else around them, just to be peddling anything that they want, back and forth, whatever they want to say. It's almost insane, and it's deafening. It's like, can you either speed up or slow down? Because the way that modern politics is like, are back and forth. Like, you're either too much to the right or forcibly too much to the left. And it's like, can you, if you can't be center enough and you have to pick one of the extremes to relate with, that even gets too much, you know? Everybody always wants somebody who's more centered, but centered gets too much as well. I mean, depending on, okay, I do I need to pull politicians' names into this? Because I feel like we're all really familiar with the Kamala Harrises of the world, and oh my god, I'm gonna get so much flack for this, because I would identify as an independent. I would not identify as either the right or the left. And I don't care how people want to spin that. I personally don't. I don't. Okay, I'm getting a little too much. Okay, hold on. Let me back down. You're probably wondering if I feel bad for my neighbors. I don't feel bad, because I feel like I've been misguided into believing into the wrong side of things. And I know that I always want the truth, but what society does is hardly ever that. So okay, because I know that a lot of my viewers, I would say that I have a good split, like a good 33%, like three-way split, and then it's like a half split after that, because I would say that most of my viewers are my age, around my age, and it's like the bell curve, like it goes and then like it's even. In this video, because I don't even I'm not coordinated enough to make it look symmetrical enough. So, okay. But then it's also like almost 50-50 male female, because I feel like I do represent pretty evenly from every different generation how people want to view things. How, okay, call me airheaded, call me that I have such a huge ego. That's fine. That's fine, because I admittedly want to be more right, more centered in that rightness, if that makes sense. And I'm allowed to choose. I'm allowed to say, if I want to shift position about how I feel about things, I'm allowed to do that. I'm allowed to be more compassionate to myself and more caring, and not have to betray myself at every instance and just keep going. Do you know what I mean? I don't have to do that. I can back off. I could be a little bit slower, and my politics can reflect that. My politics can reflect if I want to be on either side of the situation. I can. I can, because at the end of the day, when you look at the letter of the law, one thing precedes another, and one thing always comes after another. So if you look at it that way, it's just keeping track. It's just like boom, 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 there. Boom, 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 boom. No. Boom, 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 boom. No. Boom, 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 boom. Yes. And so it'll just like keep track. What is it keeping track of? What is the law? The ledger? What is it speaking of? Right? So I don't know. Am I just a kook? Am I just a crazy here? Am I just a person who indulges in self-indulgence, and that's all that I'll ever do, and that's all that I'll ever stand for? And I have a little bird brain, and I'm like a little kiwi flightless bird that I don't know, even within my own species, if I even like blend in, or what type of things that I would like get into in terms of my species. Like, I don't know. I genuinely have issues processing audio. Like if people are saying some things, okay, consistency is an issue for me, for sure, for sure. I have ADHD. I struggle with um executive functions. I struggle with consistency, like keeping myself on track, keeping myself on a schedule on other people's time. It's always on my time. It always has to be like whatever I'm thinking of, and that's honestly like it's tough to deal with. I'm not gonna cycle through a whole nother 5-minute rant divided by 3 just to get to this point. And like, I don't need to go through all that. It's fine. I'm cool, right? Hopefully. hopefully I'm not just delusional. Hopefully I know what I'm talking about. And hopefully this isn't just some type of delusion that, like, oh my god, I'm freaking out, I'm freaking out. I'm trying to think in my mind, okay, I've been a nurse for a year. I'm kind of freaking out about having to go back to work. I genuinely feel that I am in a completely different universe that I haven't ever been. And all that I can do is just keep going. But at the same time, I feel like every single interaction that I do is like, it's like a fight back. It's like something's just stabbing me. Like it's just like it's grinding at the center of what I am, and I don't know how to either let go so that it doesn't feel that way, or just like change my perspective so that it doesn't seem that way. I don't know what else to do, and I'm just trying to have more of a gratitudinal perspective about everything, because I'm trying not to to fall back onto my, how do you say, like, violent outbursts. Like, okay, yes, I'm very animated, but I feel like I'm doing my due diligence to communicate what it is that I'm expressing, because I'm a little bit frustrated almost all the time. And I want people to understand that I know I'm difficult. I know that people are genuinely so much better at certain things that I am than I am. And I hate to think that I have to disqualify myself for mistakes that I didn't even know I was making. Like, even if everybody else around me has been telling me that, oh, you're constantly making these mistakes, you're constantly deciding and deliberately choosing to be where you are. And I'm just like, okay, at this point, I don't even know where it is that I am versus where it is that I should be. But where I am feels right. And I want to believe that the rest of the world would be like, yeah, yeah, we feel you. We feel the pain you've been through. A lot of it was, like the world just being, like that just costs work. That's the pain of life. I wish that I could feel that way, but in all honesty, I don't know. I don't know. I can't say that I've ever been consistent enough. That I've always like stuck to the right thing every time that I'm just like talking, and like I could just kind of like say the right thing. I'm always struggling. I'm always gonna have a hard time trying to figure out like what exactly, where to turn, what to do, who to look at, what to say in conversation. Like I got so lost. It's almost, I am insane, I would say. And I don't know what's more valuable. If the fact that I can just drop myself and pick up anywhere and kind of just like find a punchline and just like kind of go in and like whatever and just make something up, or is that the least valuable thing in the world, that no matter what you can do, it doesn't matter unless you can just do the exact same thing every time. And that's what people want, is that like consistency. And I don't know that I could do that. I don't know that I could continually hit the mark. Maybe if the objective isn't so much to hit the mark, but rather find a way to get the point of, okay, now just don't ramble, and just get to a spot that, okay, if you don't have it, it's fine. It's fine. But I can't keep track of shiitake mushrooms. And maybe I should just leave it at that, because this video is getting a little long, and that the last 5 minutes or so, I don't even know what I've been saying. I've just been rambling, but I'm also, not even gonna say it. We all know I'm tired. And if we want to say that it's more worth a person to keep a track of to keep track of a specific count of things, and like be more punctual and always make exactly what it is that you intended to make, and that's the most important part of everything, and you can't just move on from that, and that has to be every single time what you focus on. And now I cannot, that's too much for me. I would much rather live a little bit slower, drink some coffee every morning, live in New York or Australia, in down under Mexico City. Oh, I'm tired. I'm very tired today. I woke up many times last night. I woke up early anyway, even though, well, I didn't wake up early. It was almost 8 a.m. That's not early. I need to find a job. If anybody out there needs a very dysfunctional person and you can pay them a lot of money, I'm available. If I need some self-development, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, and insult me in the comments, please. I need the personal self-development. Thank you for watching my podcast. Have a better time than me.